One down. Brandon Stevens steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
That's a ball.
Stevens was named Player of the Month recently, and that's not the first time that's happened this year.
When you're winning Player of the Month more than once in the same season, you might be earning some other awards in the offseason. I think he's set up pretty well in the MVP race.
Hard hit left side. Whips it to first. Got the out.
Batting third, the shortstop, Corey.
3.
Line shot into the gap, should score at least one. Runner around third. He scores to tie it up. Here's Ohtani flying around third. He will score and they take the lead. It's 2-1. One out. Runner at second. Here's Corey Seager. Man at second. Runner breaks for third. Strike in there. The throw, tag, and he's out.
Well, I can see he had a big lead out there at second base, so it wasn't a shock when he took off.
Game 1 of the division series. And swings through that one for strike one. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
And now 1-2. Way high. Up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first. On the money, nice play.
Out. You're out. 3. Out. Out.
With the Dodgers, the third baseman, Brandon Stevens.
Stevens now at the plate as he swings through strike one.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
Grounded to Corbin. Tosses to first, and they got him.
3.
Stevens stepping in. This is why you lift all those weights, singing. One swing could send everybody home.
Yeah, and he's shown the ability to deliver in moments just like this. All eyes on the batter's box.
Pitch misses, and that's ball one. Up the middle. What a stop. To his knee, the throw. There with plenty of time. So it took extras, but here's how the numbers shake out from this one.
Well, they couldn't settle this one at 9, but who doesn't love some extra inning baseball in the postseason?
It's still in San Diego. You can hear a baby cry as the trains in New York City roll thunder down the line.
From Vince Scully Avenue, welcome to Dodger Stadium. The show presents the National. Stevens steps in. He's had a lot of success against this pitcher singing.
Yeah, he's like a DJ with the timing booth, just mixing barrels and bad intentions every time they face off.
Here's a high chopper. Paris. The underhand flip. There's one to first, not in time. Great effort there. We're in the second game of this division series. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Brandon Stephens. First pitch swinging.
Well, coming off of a blowout loss in the previous game, this lineup can't try to do too much. They've just got to stay within themselves, take each pitch, each at bat, one by one, and try to push the runs across as often as possible.
And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Everything came together for him. Nice line drive to the pull side right there.
You're out.
Man at second. Hammered, and now maybe extra bases. The run comes in from second, and they cut the lead to 2. And in at second with an RBI double.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where
Stephens locks in. You can feel it. Big moment here.
Yeah, everyone in the yard just sat up in their seats. So did I, Boo.
Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-1.
Well, with both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
That misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
2 on, 2 outs. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And the count is 3-1. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Swing, and he popped it up. Doval under it. And that is the inning. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1.
The third baseman, Brandon Stephens.
In the air, right field. Lee should have this one. Takes it in for the out.
Whoa, kill it. Why you not here with me? Wait there with me. Why you switch phone numbers like clothes? Why you can't answer me? Yeah, cause I got more.
From Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, Ohio, the show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers going up against the Cincinnati Reds. Alongside Chris Singleton.
You're out.
1 down. Now the third baseman, Brandon Stephens. That one ripped, but foul. In the air, left field. And there's 2 down.
That's ball 4.
Legends really are cemented in the postseason. You think of David Ortiz heroics for the Red Sox, Derek Jeter as Mr. November, or Randy Johnson in the 2001 World Series, just to name a few. The 1-0.
Ball.
Well, on that idea of postseason reputations, Boog, got to mention players like Carlton Fisk, Reggie Jackson, and Madison Bumgarner. We were doing that game. Those guys really shined in the toughest moments.
On the ground, could be two. The underhand flip. There's one. On to first, double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big league.
Stevens, the next to hit, takes ball one. 2 down, nobody on. Here in game 3 of the NLDS. Swing and a little roller right side. In plenty of time to first. That's the inning. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. Stevens steps to the plate. They're trailing, but here's an opportunity to reel it in. RBI chance.
Yeah, the chance to be the big fish right here. This is exactly who they want in a spot like this.
The Dodgers with a chance to get back into it here in the late stages of game 3. That misses. 2 balls, no strikes.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in or on. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Fouls one off out of play. Back to our left. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. That one missed.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
The tying run at the plate. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Line drive, base hit. 1 run is in. Throw into third.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Quick move to first, and he's back in easily.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Back over to first, and he's back in that time as well. And that's the second disengagement now. Runner on the go. Tap foul at the plate. The Reds trying to protect a 2-run lead here in game 3 of the NLDS. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. Got him swinging. Safe at second, and that was not close. Now the Reds manager is out of the dugout. The new pick. And fouled off.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
That misses off the outside edge.
Lots of anxious fans in the ballpark right now, and you can feel it.
In the air, center field. Caldwell on the move. And that's the third out. So it took extras, but here's how the numbers shake out from this one.
Well, they couldn't settle this one at 9, but who doesn't love some extra inning baseball in the postseason?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'm from the MI-SS-ISSIPPI. Long as we do not divide, like gon' get denied, get the vibe. We bout to
book down to your kin. I can dope the kick in. You is not my friend. I pull my pants up, then I did my dance on the. Said the devil cannot.
Here in Cincinnati, Great American Ballpark, in a city steeped in baseball history, the show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers going up against the Cincinnati Reds. Hi, folks. John Shelby alongside Chris Singleton. And Singy, there's been a lot to talk about already in this series as we head into Game 4.
And I'll be interested to see if these teams approach it any differently, with one on the brink of elimination and the other just to win away from putting an end to this thing. You know, in the postseason, I think you have to treat every game the same, but there's...
Stevens steps in, facing one of the top arms in the league. Big moment, big challenge.
You know, Boog, these are the matchups that tell you what a hitter is made of. Let's see what he brings to the table right here.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. And that's a one-out single.
Nice, nice. I see you working. Check your outfielders.
Just underway here in Cincinnati. Step off, throw to first.
He made it.
Stevens back in on a dive. Now one missed. Step off, throw to first. And he dives back in safely. Man at first, one away. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Stevens digs in. He's had this pitcher's number. Fastball off speed. It hasn't mattered, Singy.
Yeah, you can tell he steps in with confidence. It's like he already knows the answer to the test.
Nothing like postseason baseball. There's a buzz in the air. Every pitch seems bigger. It's truly special. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
There really is a different feel to the postseason. I only got 5 games of postseason action in my playing career, but I treasured each of them.
Get back.
Step off, throw to first. And he's back in there. Runner takes off. And that one fouled off. Stevens stepping in. One door closed, but here's another shot, Singy.
Ball, no.
All loaded up. You're in Game 4 of the NLDS. And that's ripped for a base hit. One runs in. Another comes in to score. A big 2-out hit, and the game is tied.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Next pitch is downstairs.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. You leave something out over the plate.
Runner on the go. Oh, that pitch got away from him, and that's a hit by pitch. All loaded up. Will Smith to the plate. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there, it's got a chance. And it's caught just in front of the wall. One down. Brandon Stevens will hit next. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Caldwell makes a nice running catch.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run.
Well, Siggy, it wasn't pretty, but here's another look at the final line.
Yeah, Boog, this one wasn't close. Not a lot of drama at the end either, and you just don't see a lot of blowouts in the postseason.
Someone called a paramedic. I'm on fire.
Stevens stepping in now. You look at the career splits, and it's just batting practice for him, Siggy.
Yeah, this pitcher's ERA has a little dent in it thanks to this guy. Total domination. Well, coming off of a blowout loss in the previous game, this lineup can't try to do too much. They've just got to stay within themselves, take each pitch, each at bat, one by one, and try to push runs across as often as possible.
That misses. Ball one. And there's a ball. This is full countdown. And a foul ball. He stays alive. On a line, base hit.
Find the ball. Find the ball.
So a man aboard now with one away. Here goes the runner. Pitch misses. Throw. No, he's in. The pivotal Game 5 of the division series. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Brandon Stevens. Slider right there. The strategy around starting pitchers in the postseason, it's really changed in recent years. Managers are pulling starters earlier, making a strong bullpen essential for a championship team. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball.
Yeah, I think with starting pitchers, they're not going as deep in the postseason because managers aren't willing to let them get knocked around and put a game out of reach. Most skippers have a quicker hook this time of the year.
One down.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Corey.
Ball 4, take your base. You're out. Out, out. 3. Out. You're out. That's ball 4. 3.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. First pitch swinging, and it's a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
The batter, number 5.
So now it's Corey Seager. Quick toss to first, and he's back in safely. The 1-1, runner on the move, swing and a miss. Throw to second, out of bounds, safe.
Well, he picked over once just before the pitch to check on him, but that didn't seem to slow up his jump on the pitch at all. I think that guy's been studying some video. Awesome job to be prepared, got the timing down, and he gets into scoring position.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
That's a ball.
And it's second. And the slider just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Singer checks the runner. Tag, and he's picked off.
3.
Brandon Stevens steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. In the dirt, blocked. Throws to second. Tag, save at second. And good hustle to move up. That's a wild pitch.
Can't imagine he's too happy with that one on the mound. Just 1 pitch after giving up the single, he basically turns it into a double.
Man at second. Up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and that leaves him with runners at first and third after a tricky play.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded.
Now quick throw to first. Stevens back in on a dive.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first.
Another throw over. And he's back in that time as well. And that's disengagement number 2. Runner on the go. Pitch misses.
That's the ball.
Safe at second, and that was not close. And now he's up to 3 stolen bases in the game.
Not only are they applying some pressure on the defense, it looks like they're trying to have a big inning with that steal of second. Now 2 runners in scoring position. This could be the start to a nice rally.
Check swing, went around. It's 2-2. Got him swinging for the K. Huge strikeout there. Runners at second and third and 1 out. Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order. The 1-1. And that's downstairs and outside.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
The Dodgers trying to break this one open here in Game 5 of the NLDS. Line drive, base hit. 1 runs in. Now a second crosses the plate, and they're up by 4.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
3.
The third baseman, Brandon Stevens.
Grounds 1 to short.
Come on.
There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. So the
3. Out. Ball 4. Take the base.
And the Dodgers are going to advance. They're through to the National League Championship Series.
You win a National League Division Series, you can breathe a little bit as the next one will stretch out to possibly 7 games. I'm sure they don't want to take it that far, but they're just going to be happy to get there.
finished.
From Vince Scully Avenue, welcome to Dodger Stadium. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the San Francisco Giants taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. Game one is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field.
Our starting pitcher in this one.
Yeah, he battled through 7 innings last time out. He pitched well enough to get the win thanks to that offense. He'll look to turn in another quality start in this one.
Brandon Stevens, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Stevens with an impressive show of speed in his last game, swiping 3 bags. Next offering is downstairs.
It's a lot of fun watching him run the bases, Boog. I think opposing pitchers and catchers need to take a few extra minutes to plan out how they'll adjust when he gets on base.
Here's a 2-2. This one in the air, center field. Kowser on his way over. 2 down.
Batting third, the shortstop, Torrey.
Out. 3. Out. Out. Hey.
Stevens steps in. This matchup hasn't been kind to him, but every at-bat is a chance to rewrite the story.
Yeah, and if you're the hitter, Boog, you try to simplify right here. Hunt a pitch, barrel it, and finally change the narrative.
Swings through that one for strike 1. The pressure is high for the players in the postseason, but maybe even higher for the managers. Every decision you make is critical to the success of the team and to your own reputation.
Well, for better or worse, managers are remembered for what they do in the postseason. Pull the right strings, they might build a statue of you someday. One bad decision, and you might be updating your resume. You've got to be sharp.
The next pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Liner caught at second. And here's a look at how he's. Stevens digging in. They say pressure makes diamonds. Let's see if this turns into a gem.
Yep, time to see if this one shines.
And fouled off. The 0-1. Left center base hit. Shohei to the plate and scores. 3-2, they take the lead. Now to tag at second, and he's. Stevens digs in. They're in front, but that lead could shrink quickly.
A little breathing room never hurt, Boog. He's got the bat to supply that 0-2.
In the air to left center. Kowser turns to the right on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out.
The batter, number 5.
3. Out.
Don't listen, feel the sound.
And King Cornelius defeated the terrible dragon. And all the people in the land were very happy. Oh no, let me finish the book.
Sorry, Mommy.
People came to the king's side cheering. Hooray! The sun has come out. And the king began to sing.
We welcome you to Los Angeles. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the San Francisco Giants taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi, and a lot riding on this one as these teams meet for Game 2, Chris.
And the series started out like...
And taking the ball for the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani. What should we keep an eye on here? Brandon Stevens getting ready to hit. And there's a foul ball.
The real threats are coming up. Already giving up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
The 0-1. Oh, look at the stop. Throw to the pitcher, and they get the out.
Batting third, the shortstop, Corey.
Out! Save!
Stevens stepping in now. The inning's been quiet, but a chance here to turn up the volume.
Yeah, and you love that mentality. A little thunder could bring that dugout back to life.
And he can't make the play. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this. Now quick throw to first, and he's back safely. Another move to first, and they're keeping him close. Runner on the move. Pitch misses in. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe.
Well, that's deal right.
Hey!
Stevens, multi-time All-Star, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he's one of the few two-time MVPs in the league.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Rips one to right. He dives, but he can't make the catch. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out. Quick toss to first. Stevens back on a dive. Runner takes off. Strike in there. Now here's an easy out with a pair of runners stranded together. Things getting a little messy on the base. Stevens digging in. They've got the lead, but here's another chance to set the tone.
Yeah, but one good swing and suddenly they add to the margin. Every run counts as this game moves along. Well, the game plan for this offense has been pretty clear. They're being aggressive at the plate, but still finding ways to pick their spots without falling into the habit of being over-aggressive. So far, 6 hits on the first pitch alone. That tells you something.
And the leadoff man aboard.
How those hands doing right now?
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Corey. Seager.
Back.
Quick move to first, and he's back in safely.
And you know, it's always interesting to see how teams attack the first pitch. What's their plan of attack going to be? Well, for this offense in this game, they're not waiting around.
Another throw over, and he's back in that time as well. And that's the second disengagement now. Runner on the go. There's a ball. Throw to second, out of bounds, safe. One down, and up next for Los Angeles, Brandon Stevens. Hammered down the right side, but foul. strike two.
The hitter early and off balance on that swing. If I'm the pitcher, I'm taking a little bit more off, see if you can get him to chase something in the dirt.
Breaking ball, and that got him.
The batter, number 1,
Stevens had a solid game for them, a real contributor. 3 hits in this one, always respectable.
Well, he definitely made a difference for him in this one. Nice effort to contribute to the win.
Our final score here, 9-5. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Festivities wrapping up. The crowd is electric, and we'll be back to get it going right after this. Hello from San Francisco, California. We're live at Oracle Park. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the San Francisco Giants. Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Ziggy.
And Boog, this is as close to an elimination game as you can get without it actually being one. Going down 3-0 would more or less just end this thing. So this game's going to tell us whether we're going to have a real series in store for us or if we're just going to be packing our bags and going home.
A lot of people feel these teams are more evenly matched. The first 2 games would indicate. So we'll see if we get a bounce-back performance in this one. All right, we'll be back to get this one started. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Brandon Stevens now at the plate.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
And the strike is overturned after review. So they've still got both their challenges. Man at second. Chopped left side. Young throws to first in time. 1 out in the top of the first. Two down, nobody on. That one hammered center field. Way back there. Out of here. A solo shot. And it gives them the lead in the third. It's 2-1.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. He got on plane with that high fastball, and look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that pitch.
Out. Ball 4, take the base. 3. Say, out. 3. 3. Ball 4, take the base. Out. 3. 3. 3.
Up next to the Dodgers, the third baseman, Brandon
Stevens, a former All-Star, 23 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP.
Ball, outside.
This park is absolutely electric for this game. Such a great postseason atmosphere. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-1.
Nothing like the drama you get in the postseason, Boog. Love being a part of these games.
No, that's a ball.
Here's a 2-2. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Slings to first, and there are 2 outs.
3.
Digging in, Brandon Stevens. He blasted one out earlier in the third.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
In the dirt. And the 1-0. This one popped up, middle of the infield. And that is that. One left for LA. They're still out in front 5-2.
You're out. Out. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. Out. You're out. 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 That's ball 4. You're out. 3.
You stupid. Back like they never left. Yeah. Whoa. I'm getting more money than ever, baby. Yeah. I said the window's tinted, it ain't rented. I'm winning. Baby was with it in mid-sentence.
Welcome to 24 Willie Mays Plaza, the home of the Giants and Oracle Park. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the San Francisco Giants. One down. Brandon Stevens, the next to hit. A switch hitter batting right. Stevens with a homer in his last game. The 0-1. And a base hit up the middle.
Good start for him to this ball game tonight. I always talk about it. Get a knock in your first at bat.
That's ball 4. You're out.
In the postseason, you see just how important every last play can be. You never know what's going to make the difference in the end. And base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Like you said, Boog, every play is so pivotal.
Out. Safe.
So singing as the numbers show, a great performance on the mound in this one.
Absolutely, and that really set the tone from the beginning. A fantastic effort.
And a 7-1 finish in this one.
Standing ovation when we pull up, it gets loud. No hesitation, we locked in, there's no way out. All dedication when it doesn't take.
Welcome to 24 Willie Mays Plaza. Stevens stepping in now. You ever get so tired of a pitcher owning you, you just want to bunt, jog to first, and protest singing?
Hey, man, whatever works right now. At this point, even a swinging bunt would feel like a trophy.
Line drive, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Nice stroke there. Good job.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good.
Now quick throw to first. Stevens back in on a dive. Just getting started here in San Francisco.
Back.
Another move to first. And they're keeping him close. Runner on the go. There's a ball.
Ball two.
Throw to second. On a bounce. Safe. Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. Stevens headed for the plate. He scores, and they have the lead. Round second, digging for third. The relay. The tag. Out.
Ball four. Take the base. Out. Three. Safe. Out. You're out. Ball four. Take your base. Out.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Gotta love the intensity of post. Season baseball. Players on both sides at such a high level of emotion. Everything is amplified.
Ball. That's
Talk about that intensity, Boo. It comes out of everybody. Think about celebrations by players like Carlos Correa, Jose Bautista, Kirk Gibson. Just iconic moments. With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
The 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. This one in the air, center field. And there are two down.
The bat, number 5. Shortstop.
Three. That's ball four.
2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second.
Ball. That's out.
Stevens went deep in his most recent game.
Ball two.
And another ball. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Just missed it. So they're able to work around a pair of walks in the inning. On now to the bottom of the fourth. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Giants nothing. One down. Brandon Stevens getting ready to hit. 1 for 3. Hard hit to right center. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Here's Ohtani flying around third. Cut off, throw to third. And he's out easily. But they do get a run. 1 out man at first. Now the number 2 hitter, Brandon Stevens. Runner takes off. Throw. Save. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
The hitter early and off balance on that swing. If I'm the pitcher, I'm taking a little bit more off. See if you can get him to chase something in the dirt.
That one is absolutely belted. This one could be trouble. Coming home. He'll score easily. And they take a 3-run lead. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Big at bat to pad their lead up to 3. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it in.
the Los Angeles Dodgers are National League champions. They're headed to the World Series.
Congratulations to the National League champions. This team clearly excited, and they...
For my partner Chris Singleton and our great crew, thanks for watching the National League Championship Series on MLB The Show.
Qué bonito está el cielo que a mí me tapa. Y esa brisa de diciembre que entra por la casa. Qué sabrosa la sal del mar de mi playa. Que aunque no tiene tren, su sierra es nevada.
Donde me pega el sol en la piel, de los sueños que nunca desperté, la de la foto en el atardecer, y ahora regreso para volverte a ver.
De la esquina del barrio bailando en la fiesta, donde todo el mundo con la puerta abierta. No hay invierno ni primavera,
es verano la vida entera.
Cuando el mango se cae en la casa floresta,
un bañito de lluvia, una fruta fresca. Quiere mango, biche y raspado con cola. Aquí todas las tristezas se van con la sola. Yo crecí viendo el atardecer como nunca los he vuelto a ver, y aprendí a ser feliz viviendo en el ahora. Porque el Caribe se envuelve en mi ser, y si es posible volver a nacer, escogería este lugar, su color y su aroma.
Y en una esquina del barrio bailando champeta, comiendo butifarra hasta que amanezca. No hay invierno ni primavera,
es verano la vida entera.
cuando el mango se cae en la casa floresta,
un bañito de lluvia, una fruta fresca. Un día tuve que marcharme de la Samaria, y el mundo no era lo mismo lejos de allí. Y aunque lo quiso el destino, yo lo he burlado, nunca me fui. No importa dónde estuviera, no importa con quién estaba, no importa lo que pasara, yo era de aquí.
Se envuelve en mi ser, y si tuviera que volver a nacer, escogería este lugar, escogería aquí y ahora.
This crowd is ready as we get set for the World Series. Game 1 is next. Welcome to Dodger Stadium. Coming up, Game 1 of the World Series on MLB The Show. It's the Seattle Mariners taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. John Shabby, Chris Singleton with you. There may be no better atmosphere in all of baseball than Game 1 of the Fall Classic, Singy. Lots of excitement to get this thing started.
Yeah, and the players feel that just as much as the fans. You're down there with goosebumps, and these players are just trying to stay in the moment. But I'll tell you, for the home team especially, it's so hard not to be emotional and hyped up with all the energy in this building right now.
And on the other side, of course, you're looking to swing home field advantage your way with an all-important opening win on the road. First pitch coming your way next.
Ball 4, take your base.
One down. Now the number 2 hitter, Brandon Stevens.
Ball.
Dives and he can't hang on. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
There you go. Nice hit. Nice hit.
Good start for him to this ball game tonight. Now, I always talk about it. Get a knock in your first at bat. It just makes your confidence at such a higher level for the potential of having a big night.
Get back. Get back.
Quick toss to first, and he just got his hand in there. Seager with a homer in his last game. Another throw over, and he's back again. And that's disengagement number 2. First offering, runner goes, pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. Just misses. Ball 2. And there's a ball.
The crowd here has been fired up even before the first pitch for this series, and they'll go crazy right here if they can take an early first-inning lead.
Move to second. Stevens dives and can't get back in time. He's picked up. As we kick off the World Series, it is hard not to think about Kirk Gibson's incredible walk-off homer against Dennis Eckersley in Game 1 back in 1988. An iconic moment in baseball history. So 2 balls and no strikes.
A lot of great Game 1 moments, Boog. Alex Gordon's game-tying homer for the Royals in the bottom of the 9th in 2015.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. See you later. A solo shot. And they're on the board. It's 2-1.
He's going to the plate with a ton of confidence lately, and he's getting the results to back it up. No doubt, those 2 things feed off one another. Power versus power right there, like 2 locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? But a really good job there by the hitter. Getting
Third baseman, Brandon Stevens.
And that one is lifted in the air. Has a beat on it. And there are 2 down. Stevens stepping in. A base hit here could shift the 5. They're just one swing away from changing the rhythm of this ball game.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of baseball. You always have a chance if you've got a player like this to lead off the inning.
High fly ball down the left field line. And a foul ball. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swinging a foul out of play.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the ball. Block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about. But some way, somehow, climb back into this at bat through the count.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. That one ripped. One away.
Well, off the bat, it looked like
Stevens had a great showing in this game despite the team's loss. Had a pair of hits, one of them a homer.
Well, Boog, they may want to change how they approach him next time because he was just incredible in this one. He looked like a threat every time up, even in a loss.
Not a ton of offense to chat about as we look at the final numbers, but this was a good one.
Yeah, it was a low-scoring game, Boog, but sometimes those can be the best, especially this time of year.
Dodger Stadium. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Seattle Mariners taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. One down. Here's the third baseman, Brandon Stevens. Stevens launched a homer in his most recent game. The 1-1. This one in the air, center field. Rodriguez on the move. And there's 2 away.
Batting third, the shortstop, Cole.
Out. You're out. 3.
Who's going to be the hero? It could be the superstar, but often it's a far more unlikely player.
You know, one unlikely postseason hero I saw up close, Alex Gonzalez of the Marlins in the 2003 World Series. Wasn't really known for his bat, but he hit.
Out. 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 Ball 4. Take your base. Out. That's ball 4. You're out. Ball 4. Take your base. Nope. That's inside.
Ohtani leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Hand up as he asks for time at the plate. Two now. Swing and a bouncer. Steer. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Another inning. One down, base is empty here in the ninth. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. And he'll just eat it, so that's an infield knock. Here's another look at the numbers from this shutout victory.
Well, it takes a team effort to produce a shutout. I mean, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
On the corner of Dave Niehaus Way and Edgar Martinez Drive, welcome to T-Mobile Park. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Seattle Mariners.
Batting second, the third baseman, Brandon Stevens.
That one is absolutely belted. And there's a base hit. Now a relay to second. He's in there.
These guys. They are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Strike two.
Well, this team was shut out in the previous game, and I'm really interested to see what did they talk about in that hitters meeting that's going to translate into the game and help them get on that scoreboard.
Two in scoring position, nobody out here in Game 3 of the World Series. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. That one not close, and it's a full count. Got him swinging for the kill. Huge strikeout there. Runners at second and third and one out. Lau at the plate. Swings through that one for strike two.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Strike three, and that. Stevens stands in with two away as he takes a ball. Swing, and he popped it up. And that's the third out. Stevens stepping in now, facing a Cy Young candidate is like trying to hit a marble with a wiffle ball bat. Ever tried that, Singy?
I have, Boog. It helps tremendously with the hand-eye coordination.
Swing and a miss. 99. How do you do?
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Pitch misses, and that's ball one.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
In the air on the infield, and the infield fly is called.
3.
One down. Brandon Stevens digs in now. 1 for 3. Late with the swing there.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
On the ground, right side. And foul ball. The atmosphere around postseason baseball, there really isn't anything like it in the sport. It's the time of year where the rally towels come out and the crowd energy gets cranked up even higher. Battling here as he fouls it away.
You look up in the stands in games like this, you just see a giant mass of color. Everything just blurs together, and it can be hard as a player not to get distracted by that kind of energy.
And a ball evens the count.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Challenge from behind the dish here. Pretty close, but it was a ball. So they'll lose their first challenge. Payoff pitch. Stays alive. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
We're always having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact. 5 foul balls in this at-bat so far, and these 2 are going head-to-head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. Rodriguez drop step going back. And that one is out of here. A solo shot. And they tack on to their lead. It's 6-4. He kept swinging and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Dave Karowski up next for the Mariners. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a bouncer towards third. Uh-oh, throw goes to second. But it's not in time. Base hit. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Brandon Stevens. He's already homered in this game. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
And a big swing and a miss.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it. Still try to get that ground ball double play.
Outside. And the count's even at 2. That one almost got him. Well struck deep right field, way back and out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add to the lead. It's 8-4.
A little more breathing room is always a good thing in baseball, and now they have it. Well, he's living up to his power hitting reputation today, Boog. A second homer just confirms what we already knew about his ability to hit the ball a long way.
From the home of the Mariners since 1999, T-Mobile Park here in Seattle. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Seattle Mariners. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shopping. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
Well, if the first 3 games are any indication, this has the look of a series that'll go all the way to Game 7, Boog. I think this is a classic matchup, and we've seen momentum change course a few times already, but I'll tell you what, I think whoever takes this one will be feeling really good about their chances the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's a good point. We've seen it before. Even when you're down 2-1, it seems like a win in Game 4 can propel you to a series win more often than not. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And now here is Brandon Stevens. Not able to hold up on that pitch in the dirt. That's strike 1. That one laced to center and a base hit.
Good start for him to this ball game tonight. And I always talk about get a knock in your first at bat. It just makes your confidence at such a higher level for the potential of having a big night.
Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, he had that base stolen as soon as he broke for second. Such a huge lead. The pitcher's got to find a way to help out his catcher, especially if he doesn't have a great throwing arm. Step off the rubber, shrink that lead, somehow create a little bit more time where maybe you can prevent that stolen base.
So now, with one away in a minute, Gilbert checks the runner, and he dives back in safely. Lau launched a homer in his most recent game. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Runner breaks for third. Pitch misses.
Get out, get out, get out.
Throw to third. Save. That wasn't close.
When a guy's got that kind of lead at second base, somebody's got to call a timeout. Pitcher's got to step off. The catcher's got to ask the ump for time or something. You can't let him get out that far. When you don't have a good thrower behind the plate, he's going to steal third almost standing up. That's a really good job of being aggressive by the base runner.
Payoff pitch. Base hit, and a run comes in.
Picks himself up an RBI. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Swing and blast one down the line. It's gone if it's fair, but it hooks foul. The 0-1. And the pitch is outside, ball 1.
Well, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
And a big swing and a miss. Off the mark there. Ball 2. This one in the air, center field. Rodriguez on his way over, and that'll do it.
3. Out, out, out. 3. 3. You're out. 3. 3. 3. That's ball 4. Out.
One gone, runner at first. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. On the ground to third. Feed to second, that's one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning.
Dodgers, the third baseman, Brandon Stevens.
Stevens, the next to hit, takes ball one. Hard ground ball, base knock. And they have their first hit since the second inning.
Right there. Squared up that ball. Get back.
Now a quick throw to first.
No, he's in there.
Stevens back in on a dive. Back over to first, and he's back in that time as well. And that's disengagement number 2. Runner on the go. Strike in there. And safe.
He's in there. He's safe.
It's a stolen base.
Pretty close play on that one. A perfect throw probably gets him. That throw is just a little wide to the third base side of the bag, so he had to reach.
Gilbert checks the runner, and he's back in safely. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in Game 4 of the World Series. Runner goes again. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. Here's the third baseman, Brandon Stevens. Lots of pop at the plate. Outfield playing back almost on the warning track.
Well, now that this is a bullpen game, it's clear that whichever bullpen steps up the most is likely going to come away with the W.
Hammer, base hit. Rodriguez hustles to get it in as the tying run is forced to stop at second.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Really important at bat coming up now.
On the ground right side. Nice grab. Throws from his knees. Nicely done for the out. So 2 down. Brandon Stevens steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Really nice swing in his last at bat. Shot a line drive into center field.
Swing and a foul out of play.
Power relievers one after another coming out of the bullpen these days. Got to be ready for that first pitch heater.
Fouled off left side. Kirkland is just 1 strike away.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
That one misses. And the countdown even up. Stays alive. Two down, nobody on. Got him, and that's the ball game. Here's one final look at the line score from this one, Chris.
It was a close 2-run game, and a couple of key moments just really made the difference. Not much separates these two teams.
Que el mundo andaba
Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Seattle Mariners. Now here's the switch-hitting power threat, Brandon Stevens. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Stevens with an impressive show of speed in his last game, swiping 3 bags. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Here's the 0-2.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of changeups. Probably won't see another one here.
Oh, and he hit him.
You got hit. First hit. 3, you're out.
One down. Here's the left fielder, James Wood.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Popped up on the left side of the infield. Stevens in position. And there's 2 down.
With how good these offenses.
Stevens, multi-time All-Star, 23 years old. And he's one of the few 2-time MVPs in the league.
Ball 1.
Aranda off of first with 2 away. Popped up. Donovan under it. And that is that. So the Dodgers lead.
3, you're out. 3, out. 3, out. 3, 3.
Stevens was tearing up the base paths in his last game with 3 steals. First pitch swinging.
It's a lot of fun watching him run the bases, Boog. I think opposing pitchers and catchers need to take a few extra minutes to plan out how they'll adjust when he gets on base.
Here's a 1-1.
Nope. That's inside.
1 run across in the frame so far here in Game 5 of the World Series. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Two now. And there's a ball.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
And that's a strikeout looking. Couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball. Here's the Mariners leadoff man, Otto Lopez. On the ground to the left. Stevens sends it to first. Play is made. 2 out.
You're out. 3. Ball 4. Take your base.
Now pitching for the Mariners.
Stevens steps in now. You can bet he was watching from the on-deck circle thinking, don't worry, I got this.
Yeah, classic cleanup duty, Boog. Time to fix the mess and maybe take the credit, too.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
Wow, that's not even close to the zone.
Just missed.
Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
That's a base hit. One run's in. Here's the throw.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. First offering. Runner goes. Pitch misses. Throws. Save. That's a stolen base.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Ronnie Enriquez. The hard-throwing righty is up and loosening. A little bit low. Full count now.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that'll load the bases. Lau at the plate. And that's downstairs and outside. Swings through that.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
In the air, left field. Wood coming on. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning.
3. Ball 4. Take the base. Out. 3. Out. You're out. 3. Out.
One down. Otto Lopez up next for the Mariners. Here's your 1. And he drops it down the third baseline. And that's a bunt single. That was placed perfectly.
3. That's ball 4. 3. 3.
So 2 down. Here's the third baseman, Brandon Stevens. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. Hard hit, left field, base hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order. Got him swinging for the K. That K is his third.
In an elimination game, you see your season quickly coming to an end. It can be a bit nerve-wracking, but they were able to settle things down, come out and play really good baseball in this one. They get the win, and the series continues. Who knows? Maybe they'll get right back in it.
So, Chris, here's a look at the final numbers from what turned out to be a really close ball game.
Yeah, this is one of those games that clearly could have gone either way, and that's kind of exactly what you expect out of postseason baseball. So competitive.
1-run game here today. Your final score, 7-6. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
What a life. It's true that they underestimate you. My life is real. So I'm fronting on them every chance I get, to be honest.
Coming to you live from Southern California. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Seattle Mariners taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers.
3.
First and second, 1 out. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. 2 on, 1 out. Hit slowly on the ground. Fair ball. To second,
No,
but he
he's in there.
beats the throw. Save.
3. Out. 3.
And up next for Los Angeles, Brandon Stevens.
Oh, one.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
That's ripped. Base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Yeah, that ball was hit hard. Good job.
Good start for him in this ball game tonight. I always talk about get a knock in your first at bat. It just makes your confidence at such a higher level for the potential of having a big night.
Another throw over. And he's back in that time as well. Runner takes off. In the dirt. Blocked by the catcher, and he steals second base without a throw. Got him. Now 2 out. Seager not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. So the call will stand. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. And now it's Brandon Lowe. Move to second. Stevens dives back in safely. Man at second. Strike 2. This one in the air, center field. Rodriguez on the move, reaching for it, and breaks it in. So 1 hit is all they get. On to the second now from Dodger Stadium. Mariners on top.
Ball 4, take your base. 3.
2 outs, runner at first. And stepping in for the Mariners, Otto Lopez. Chopped left side. Throws to first in time. And they're happy to just get off the field. That one ripped right center field. Back there. Get out of town. He'll touch them all. That's his 4th home run of the series. And they're on the board.
He's really seeing the ball well lately. Good things are going to happen when you're locked in like this. He got on plane with that high fastball. To look.
Stevens, the former MVP, 23 years old. And he's been touching home plate quite a bit lately, scoring 8 runs over the last 10 games. That one is absolutely belted, carrying well. And it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. Coming home, the relay to the plate. He will score. It's 8-2.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Runner takes off. Pitching for a strike. Throw bounces, and he's in there safely with the stolen base.
Very risky right there to try to steal 3rd with 2 outs and a left-hander at the plate. And there's an open lane for that catcher to throw down, but he gambled. Now he's at 3rd, 90 feet closer. Perhaps a ball in the dirt that gets away from the catcher.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. They limit the damage here. first and second and nobody out. And now Otto Lopez. Ground ball left side. Stevens over to second. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. Brandon Stevens steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
That clips the zone. Strike one. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout.
Ball four. Ball four. Take the base. 3. Out. Out. You're out. Ball four. Take your base. Out. Out. You're out. Out. Out.
Here in the bottom of the ninth. Brandon Stevens steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He's already homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off. The Dodgers with a lot of ground to make up. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Foul tip straight back, and that squared him up in the mask. That didn't feel good. Well, it's not just the catchers that get banged up back there. These umpires also take some pretty nasty shots.
Yeah, he's going to need some time to shake this one off. There's no doubt you're in the line of fire back there, even when you're set up behind the catcher. You know, these guys have great gear these days, but there's still plenty of spots that aren't protected.
That one just missing inside, and that's ball one. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
He's got one already tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops another one here.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. 2 down.
The batter, number 5, shortstop Corey Seager.
Throw to second, and there it is. The Seattle Mariners are world champions.
Congratulations to the World Series champions. Incredibly special team. So proud of these players. I know the fans back in their hometown. Everybody going nuts right now. It's going to be such an amazing reception when they return home.
Welcome back on the show as we see some of the final moments and reactions in this World Series clinching game. And now let's go down to the field where they're set to present the Commissioner's Trophy to the World Series champs.
see my eyes closed. What you mean I'm not alone? When it's me without a soul. Slow dancing your heart away. Lost in the maze you made, yeah. My eyes are a mile away. Little black porcelain meant to break. Slow dancing my soul to fate. I slow dance in a room full of nothing. I've been running from something. I see my eyes closed. What you mean I'm not alone? When it's me without a soul. Slow dancing your heart away.